usual. Hello there, and welcome to episode 58 of my series where I try to play the cities, towns and urban areas of Norway perfectly on Geoguessr. That means getting a Geoguessr score of 25,000 points for each map. Today, yet another change of scenery from yesterday. We are moving up the coast from Sykkylven, where we were yesterday, and we're moving up to the urban area of Sykkylven. Sykkylven is centered on the smaller urban area of ized and has a total of 4,200 people. The settlement here dates back at least 2.5, almost 3,000 years, but of course not as an urban settlement, which is quite recent. This area used to be fairly much a rural agricultural area, maybe some fishing as well, up until I guess the early 1900s, when there was a boom, or maybe even the late 1800s, where there was a boom in this entire area of producing furniture of all things. So this entire region, which is called Sunnmøre, became the hub of furniture production in Norway, and the largest manufacturer of furniture in Norway is located here in ized, and it is the Ekornes company that makes various, well, they're specialized in chairs, like reclining chairs in the 60s and 70s, and has grown really big also internationally. And other than that, it is a sort of a communications hub, but I think it's mainly based on industry, the furniture industry, but also some electrotechnical and mechanical industry as well. So let's have a look at what the 4,300 people of Sykkylven are doing. Or maybe not what they're doing, but well, let's have a look at what it looks like where they live. So we should see some mountains around, or maybe not. Oh yeah, we got the mountains. Now let's see, how far out the fjord are we? So Sykkylven extends from sort of here to this ferry pier. Now, it was a little confusing, this definition of urban areas in Norway, in particular when it comes to what should it be named. So I guess most people in the area might call this ized, and ized is the middle part of the urban area. And then Sykkylven is what is defined as the urban area. And it's also the name of the municipality, which is like here-ish. So it's rather confusing in many ways. But anyways, I feel this should be in ized proper. We got a parking lot down by some marine. We must be down here, right? That's the only. So we got this pier extending out here, and it's got to be this one. And we are standing next to this little red building here with another utility. Yeah, these must be utility buildings and administration for this marina. Let's see, we got those two. They kind of almost look like lodges or cottages. And they only got to be those two, right? And then we got these two that are slightly askew. So we're looking So wish. That should be there. Yeah, that looks good to me. As long as we're on the road. Let's see if that's a good start to Sykkylven. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. Residential area. Hopefully it's got a name of sorts. Okay, there's a river going down here. Well, that is... we could be here. Or we could be here. Let's see what we find. Here's a daycare. Is there a daycare here? Yeah, there is. Vikbarnehage. We came across the river, didn't we? Well, did we come across the river? No, we didn't. That's an ancient bridge. Can't be that one. Must be up here. Just gonna check with the other settlement whether there is a... I don't see kindergarten there. So how about we head down and let's see if this kindergarten slash daycare has a name. There we go. Vik Daycare, right. So, oops, I lost sight and track of things there for a little second. So that's gonna mean that we are on this road, right? Now. So we're coming up with a fairly substantial bend going that way. And a fairly substantial bend to go the other way, so we should be up here, right? And we're actually just on the bend. Just as it starts. So that must be that house. Now, this must be that. Because we're standing right as the bend has ended. So it should be here. There is. But there's a number of buildings missing. But that, and that has to be that, and that. So if we're looking north, we're looking just past the back end of that one. I don't know. But okay, let's go with that. Fair enough. Nice. Okay, we're up in the hills above the settlement again. There's a bridge. And some road names. Geoguessr, Statnett, that is the governmental or the state electricity grid company. Dalevegen, Geoguessr. Okay, that should be sufficient to... oh, look at here. But how far up are we? Oh, wow. Well, that is a very, very wide-ranging definition of an urban area, son. Well, I just have to blame myself because I'm the one who made these maps. I didn't. Okay, so that bridge there is that one, and well, there's some screwy stuff going on here. So I have to be very, very careful about checking out the road. So that house there is this one. Ooh, but look at this. Look at that. There's some serious layer misalignment here. Ooh, and that is... east-west thing, and that makes that one a very unreliable source of information. Indeed. But it is still reliable in a north-south sense. So if we say that we're about the width of the house south of the house, that well, yeah, sort of ish, not quite, you're right, yes. This is actually missable. But I'll go with that. Well, that's a wise choice. Nice one. Okay, that's quite an extensive parking lot for an area looking like this. So serving a lot of houses then. It's a ballpark and some sort of hall. Let's see, the main road runs up here. Do we have names? No, we do not. Geography, just like Mom made it. Okay, so we're above. That's an odd looking church, if that is what it is. What's this then? Okay, alright, so they make this one here. Yeah, that's something that has got multiple design awards. So yeah, I'll just say a little bit about this thing, the Trip Trap. So, I believe it was in the very early 70s or very late 60s that this bloke, I think he got, well, he and his wife got kids, and he was growing increasingly frustrated with the fact that all the furniture in the house were designed for adults, and that kids, from the moment they were sort of able to sit upright on their own, had to like sit at the dining table with on adult chairs, meaning that they would barely have the chin above the tabletop in order to, while they were sitting there reaching for the food. So he was like, how can I design a chair for my kids that I don't have to throw out whenever they grow 5 centimeters? So I designed this, and it became an, I won't say worldwide, but at least it was an international classic, or instant classic internationally in terms of design, and has been a cornerstone in the furniture industry in this place ever since, I guess. Okay, so as a bathroom and plumbing business, Erie and Son, okay, and there's a kiwi. Don't ask me why they call that kiwi. It has nothing to do with the bird or the color, or the fruit, except for the color, I guess. Ström. This is a very 1950s look. So, and this didn't, oh yeah, there we go, Storgata, Main Street, well, what do you know? So, I assume we're here. Furniture Museum. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, that's the Kiwi. And this is the main street. Okay, so it's a furniture museum and a natural museum as well. Right. Okay, and that explains why they had this chair on display out there. And we were in the creek on a nice one, in the Crooks and Nooks. So we were here, I think. And that's a daycare. So this must be this parking lot. We're looking not at the exact middle. Let's see, there are 7 slots, and we're looking down the middle of the 3rd one. So that means we are sort of here. Now, that does not... We can of course use that building as a guide as well. If... Yeah, there is some map misalignment here. Me no likey. But we're very close to that one. Ooh. Nah, this is not missable. And it wasn't, even though I could have moved closer. Okay, final round, we're up the hill again. But this time in a slightly different place. And Mekonomen. That's a garage, and we got... This must be very recent footage. That's pretty... This must be from last summer, because that's what the fuel prices have been like for the past half year. Blindheimsvegen, that's the main road running through town. Oh, wait a minute, this is not the main road. That's a nice looking building over there. So I think we are in the southernmost part. That's the Sjöbacken camping, the seaside hill camping. We must be in the southern part of this Sjöbacken, right? And here's the fuel station, so we're somewhere up here. And still with that massive misalignment issue. Since this is a school, it must be that thing, right? Yeah, it is. Now that's handy, because I think we're looking at just the backside of that thing over there. Unfortunately, that's not where we're looking when we look straight north. I got that thing. That's a rather atypical building. There's that house to the south. That's got to be this one. Yes, because we have the crossroads down here. And we're looking pretty much at the middle. So that should put us here. Let's have a look. We're on the bend. Oh, wait. No, we have just finished the bend. Yeah, that looks right. Go with that. Good enough. And that is Sykkylven done as well. No, I like that one. I did. That was, I'm glad we caught that furniture museum down there. That was fun. It's a scenic area. So, yeah, that one. I should really not have included that area when I made the map. But still, that was a fairly good round, and Sykkylven done. And I believe that was episode 58, so I'll check in tomorrow for episode 59, if I'm right. Until then, bye-bye.